Hey guys, so in this Jira course, we're going to cover everything you need to know about Jira and how you can use this great tool for managing your projects, especially your agile projects. All right. So without further ado, let's just go to google.com and then let's just search for Jira. That's Jira. All right. Jira. Here you go. So Jira, issue, and project tracking software from Atlassian, all right, or Atlassian. So let's click here, which will take us directly to Jira. And here it is. Here is the main website, the main page for Jira. And as you can see here, they claim that they are the #1 software development tool used by agile teams. And I think that is pretty much true. If you looked at all the different tools that are out there for managing agile projects, Jira is by far the most popular and widely used agile project management tool out there. All right, and in this website, you can see here a little bit of information about Jira. See how reimagining Jira Software Cloud, and the best software teams ship early and often. And you can see here a little bit about, Jira's Agile Kanban boards. They just call it board here. And it gives you a little bit of a snapshot of the product. You can plan, track, release, report as well. So we scroll down, you can see a bit more information about Jira, and this snapshot here, you're seeing version releases when we're talking about software project management. Obviously, you don't have to use Jira just for software or for IT project management. You could use it for any other industry, but it is very commonly used in IT, which is why you'll see a lot of the terminology and a lot of the things in Jira referencing IT and technology jargon, I guess. And then if you go here, workflows. So this is one of the cool things about Jira is that they have like default workflows, and then you can also customize those workflows. We'll get into that a little bit later in the course. And knowledge management, you can integrate Jira with different things. Confluence is also another product from Atlassian, and Bitbucket, and there's a lot of other things that they have. And you can integrate Jira with many of them, like Trello or like Planner or like a lot of other things that are out there. And here's a bit more examples of things that you can integrate with, Salesforce, other things. You can see here there's a bunch of other things. And just so you know, Jira also has kind of its own marketplace, a little bit like the App Store in Apple or, the Google Play Store in Android, where you have a bunch of ads and add-ons you can add onto your smartphone. Jira has the same thing. They have a bunch of other things you can add on, so you can have extra functionality or extra things added onto Jira. Some of them are free, but most of them are paid, of course, because that's how developers and companies make money out of Jira as well. And they're not, by the way, created by Atlassian. A lot of them are, from different companies, third-party companies, or even developers. And trusted by over 65,000 customers worldwide. We recognize, of course, all of these companies are using Jira, Square, eBay, Spotify, Cisco, Airbnb. And they have simple plans hosted in the cloud. And a lot of people don't know, but they actually do have a free version, which is for up to 10 users, free forever, no obligation. And then they have, other versions, which of course have a bit more advanced functionality, and we'll see that in a moment. Go agile with ease, flexible planning, accurate estimations, value-driven prioritization, transparent execution, actionable results, scalable solution. So Jira, like I said, is definitely a great tool. I definitely recommend anyone that is running agile projects to use Jira. One of my favorite ones is Trello. You've heard me talk about Trello before as well, which is another tool to manage agile projects, but Jira is also great. It is widely used. It is by far the most popular application used for managing your agile projects. And in this course, I'm going to show you, real world examples about how I'm using Jira to run some of my agile projects. And that will give you a taste for what you can do with Jira and what it actually looks like. But I'm also going to show you from scratch what you can do with Jira, like if you were just starting, how to do it. Let's just start by going to the features as well of Jira. So features for software development, Scrum boards or Kanban boards as well, or what we call Agile Kanban boards. So to do, doing, or in progress and done. As you can see, this is an example of one of them right there in Jira. Road mapping as well, which is another really cool thing. So Jira does allow for you to add roadmaps and agile reporting, connect issues to code. So there's a bunch of different functionalities and features that Jira has. And there's a lot of other things you can do with it, which we'll cover in the course. But mainly Jira is used to manage agile projects, so it's mainly used by project management teams, but it's also used by product management teams as well. And they have here a product guide, enterprise, pricing. Let's just quickly look at the product guide. So how to use Jira software. They have a bunch of little guides, a brief overview of Jira, quick start guide, best practices. So I definitely recommend that if you're just a brand new user, first time newbie using Jira and you've never used it before, have a look at this guided tours and guided, articles that Jira and Atlassian provide. There's one of the really cool things about Atlassian. Sorry if you hear me interchange with the name of the company. Doesn't really matter. Some people pronounce it Atlassian. Others, like myself, sometimes pronounce it Atlassian. But anyway, beyond that, the point here is Jira, which is a product, is one of their many products. Atlassian does have a lot of other products, but Jira is the most popular of their products, and it's pretty much the product that they're known for. And you can see here a bunch of FAQs. They have a documentation, like a knowledge base. They have a Jira community, and they have a place where they post everything that's coming up new. Enterprise, of course, if you're in a big corporation, you want to use Jira, you can also do that. And then they give you, how you scale, how you do things, at the big corporate level as well, which is why they have this other, information for you available here. And pricing, it's pretty stable, by the way. The pricing, I can't say I've seen it changed much over the years. It is pretty stable generally. And, here they give you a bit of a comparison between the different versions of Jira. I think, if you have less than 10 people on your project, starting with the free version is good because it'll just give you more than what you need. And then, of course, if you need to upgrade, you can always upgrade at any point in time to one of the other plans. It's not super expensive. It's $7 per user per month or $14 per user per month on the premium version. But also, of course, this depends. If you have a very big team, then of course that can become quite expensive when you get this, this pricing. But generally, most companies provide it to their employees. So if you're working for a company that is using Jira, most of the time you won't have to pay for it yourself. But they do have a free option. Like I said, it's limited to up to 10 users. So if you're in a small team, use the free option. If your company is paying for Jira, well, you don't even have to think about pricing. It's probably this little bit is probably not very relevant for you. But I just wanted to show you in any case, even if your company is paying for it, just so you know how much your company is paying for Jira. And obviously, this will depend also on volume and other things. But that's pretty much. And they have here, of course, a bunch of pricing FAQs for you. And yeah, they also have a self-managed. So they offer a cloud-based version, but there's also, of course, a self-managed version, which means you would actually host it yourself. And they have here, of course, different payment options depending on the volume as well. But let's go back to the cloud version. If you ask me in terms of what I would prefer or what I would recommend between cloud and self-managed, I would always go cloud. Cloud is the future. Cloud is where almost everything is. You don't have to worry about hosting things yourself. You don't have to worry about pushing upgrades yourself to the software either. When you're using the cloud version, it automatically pushes everything for you. So yeah, if you were asking me between whether to choose a cloud or self-hosted, I would definitely go cloud. The only scenario I would recommend self-managed is when there's some companies that are very restrictive and constrained about putting things in the cloud because of privacy concerns, or they might be in a country that has issues with things being in the cloud or whatever. If that's the case, then you have the self-managed option, and then I would recommend it. But normally and typically, I would definitely go for the cloud option. All right. So that's basically a very quick intro to what you find on the Jira website and a very high level overview of Jira. And we'll get into that in a moment in more details. Like I said, if you go to the pricing tab, there is a free option, which is what I'm going to use initially in this part of the course, just to show you how to get started, etc. But there's also, I'll show you later on, a paid version, even with some extra add-ons that we pay for in the company that I work for, and how we're using Jira in the real world and in real projects, right? So if you were going to sign up for the free version, well, you go to this pricing page, free, get started. It'll take you to this, very basic sign up page. Like I said, cloud free for up to 10 users, 2 gigabytes of storage, etc. It gives you the option to sign up with Google or with email. So I prefer signing up with email. That's just me. But if you prefer signing up with Google, that's fine. So I'm just going to go here. No credit card required. Like I said, this is the free option. So you enter your email address, your password, you create a password, a new password for Jira, first name, last name, agree and sign up. That's it. Pretty easy, pretty simple. So just do that if you're signing up for Jira for the first time, and then you can get started with what we're going to be seeing next. All right. See you on the next one, guys. Cheers.